Hi guys, welcome back to Fairy Tale Nails. Today's story is Aniello and his little speckled hen. It's quite a short story, so I decided to keep the nail design quite simple. And I believe this story is from Italy, just going by the name Aniello, which seems Italian. I don't have any history for the story, so I don't really know where it comes from or the backstory of it, but I quite enjoyed it, and it was really cool, and I am really excited to share this with you. So without any further talking, let's get on to the story and nail design of Aniello and his little speckled hen. There was once a poor boy called Aniello, who had a speckled hen. The hen died, and 2 wizards tried to buy its body from him. But Aniello was warned just in time that his hen had a magic stone, which was embedded in its head. He cut the bird open and found the stone, and at once wished that the hen was alive again and could speak. Immediately, it was so. There stood the hen, perkily ruffling her feathers and asking Aniello what he would like to wish for now. The boy, who had eaten nothing all day and was very hungry, wished right off for some food. Almost before the wish was out of his mouth, a table appeared groaning under a platter of sizzling roast beef, a heaping dish of apples and grapes, an outsized jar of strawberry jam, and a tall pitcher of lemonade. When he had tucked happily into as much of the feast as he could possibly manage, Aniello turned to the hen and asked her, "What shall I ask for next?" And she replied, "To be a handsome lord, and have a fine castle, and marry a princess." Immediately it was so. And Aniello found himself sitting in his castle, with his hen on his knee. He wrote to the king asking for his daughter's hand in marriage, and the hen delivered the letter. The king was amazed that the hen could speak, and when he heard of the riches of Lord Aniello, he gladly gave him his daughter. The bear had everything they wished for until, one day, the wizards managed to trick the princess into giving them the magic stone. As soon as they had it, they wished that everything was as it had been before. Aniello became a rough peasant again, and was thrown out of the king's palace, and the princess hated living in a hovel so much that she ran straight back to her father. Aniello and his hen set out to look for the wizards. They passed through the land of cats and came to the land of mice. Here one very old mouse told them he had seen the wizards and led Aniello and the hen to their castle. Once there, the old mouse slipped into the wizard's room and stole the magic stone from them while they were asleep. Aniello immediately wished that the wizards were donkeys. And there they were, with long ears and tails. Then he wished for food for himself and the hen and the mouse. But he didn't want his foolish princess back again, so he wished that he was married to someone else. And then, almost without thinking, he wished that his hen was a girl. And then and there, to his utter astonishment and delight, she turned before his eyes into the most beautiful girl imaginable. "Thank you for disenchanting me," she said, for she was really a bewitched princess. And they married and, of course, lived happily ever after. The end. Thanks so much for sticking through this whole episode of Fairy Tale Nails. I know it's a super short one, and it is a super weird story. I mean, when you try to explain this fairy tale to someone, it's, well, you know, the guy marries a chicken, and Yeah, there was a jewel inside of its head, so we had to cut off its head, and it's just fairy tales. How did we end up okay after watching these fairy tales? Next week's episode is The Princess and the Pea, which is one of my favorites, but it's also a very short one, so I'm going to have to create a very simple design. And if you have any ideas or any fairy tales, or if you've heard this story before, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for sticking with it and watching, and I will see you next week. Thanks, guys. Please like and subscribe.